So my name is Maria Gonzalez, and I currently live in Glendale Heights, Illinois. But I am originally from Mexico. I actually was born in Mexico.
Okay.
So, and I came here when I was about 3 to 4 years old. So I think that in itself was a struggle, learning English. I was in all those slow classes that they would consider, like ESL, and I made sure that I was like, I need to work hard. I was at the library all the time trying to learn just the basic concept of English.
Okay.
And then I think it was difficult because we would have assignments. We would go home and no one could help me because no one understood it, right? So I was like, how the heck am I even going to pass school when no one understands any of this? But I think that's one of the things that makes you resilient as a person, that you find other options. If you can't go home and have someone help you, then you stay after school or you go to the library and have someone help you. So you find, I think as a little girl, I always find ways, like I never took no for an answer. So.
Why do you think that you kind of felt that need to do that? Because there's a lot of people that come from different parts of the world, and they come here and yeah, they wanna study but sometimes they don't. They get distracted with other things. But like you were saying, as you were a young girl, like you wanted to like know more and study. Like, why do you think that was? Was it because of like your parents?
I think my mother. My mother's always been very like hardworking, and I actually saw my, I saw my sisters working hard. I saw everyone in my family, especially my mother. She was raising. I have 11 siblings, so
11 siblings?
I have 11 siblings. So having my mother work so hard, and us coming from Mexico, my dad working hard too, realizing that they gave their life for us. So, so the least thing I could do is try to become better for myself.
So your family's all here in the United States?
Mm-hmm.
Or are they
No, they're here in the United States. Mm-hmm. Well, in high school, I ended up graduating. I played sports.
Okay.
My sisters and everyone, I think, I had my older sister who was like such a role model. She played sports, so I always followed her.
Gotcha.
She helped me out a lot. I knew since I was probably like in 8th grade that I wanted to go in the medical field.
Really?
Yeah, since 8th grade I knew that I wanted.
Something like that happened, like an experience, or?
I think I just wanted to help others, and then I think we had like a seminar. And they told us that we go and see like, oh, do you want to be an architect, this or that, and they kind of explained to us like what they wanted to do, and that's the kind of personality that I have, that I had like helping others. So. Yeah, so but then an issue was that I didn't have papers, so I said I need to really do good in school in order for me to actually get a scholarship or anything. I ended up actually. We ended up processing everything through by the time I was a senior, so that was good. But I ended up actually graduating 6th in my class of high school. So then.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, awesome. And then. I ended up I applied to Loyola because I knew that I wanted to go in the medical field. Originally, I wanted to be a doctor.
Okay.
Went in the medical field, and I had orientation. I actually accidentally walked in the nursing's orientation, and I was in the front row, so I didn't just want to leave out of there. And then when they spoke about it, I was like, I think this is what I really want to do. So my second semester, I transferred to the nursing program, and I ended up graduating there from Loyola's nursing program. And then after that, I ended up actually getting a job. And I always wanted to be, pediatric doctor or pediatric. But I ended up going to become a pediatric nurse.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're doing that right now?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm a pediatric nurse right now.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. My girlfriend, she's a nurse as well.
Yeah.
She's at Evanston Hospital.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, she's thinking of like maybe going back to school, but she doesn't know.
Tell her to do it.
But I mean, it's tough, because so much responsibility,
mm-hmm.
especially if you have a family or if you like want to start a family. It's tough.
I think no matter what, it's going to be tough. No matter what.
Yeah, it's true.
It's going to be a tough
situation you're in, right?
No matter what situation there is, it's going to be tough.
Can like share some knowledge to maybe pass down to like someone like another woman or another boy that just came from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Like what's something that you would like push them, or what was something that you would do different, like when you were in high school, or like read more, or like go to your teachers, like how do you surpass that, like
I think
struggle,
I think the biggest thing is to believe in yourself.
Okay.
Because I think that a lot of us don't, even currently, I think there's a lot of us that don't really believe in ourselves, and we have doubt. And I think when we have doubt, we can go further a little bit because there's something holding us back. So I think the biggest thing is believing. So once you believe in yourself, I think you can do anything. Like, you can't let anyone's judgment of you define you, because everyone's going to judge you. You know, like Aristotle said, the only way someone's not going to criticize you if you did nothing. So if you do something, someone's always going to criticize you. So no matter what you wear, what you say, it's always going to be that. You just have to realize that you need to believe in yourself, and, just don't surround yourself with people that are negative. I think that's the biggest thing, because when you surround yourself with people that will put you down, that are going to be negative in your life, that's when your life kind of turns. But if you surround yourself with people that are positive, that are ambitious, that are, willing to further their life, and I think that's going to help you. Because I think sometimes, and even in high school, people have, I saw a lot of people had potential, but then they went in the wrong road because, it was taken that way. I mean, they got influenced by negative people or something like that. So always be thankful. I think that's one of the things. I have a daughter and a son, and that's something that I really embed in there, to be thankful. I make her say, before she goes to sleep, 10 things she's thankful every night.
That's very nice. Mm-hmm. That's something I should be doing.
Yeah, I mean, you really don't realize how thankful you are until you really take into considerations. And sometimes she goes on for like 30 minutes, and I was like, okay, yeah, we get it. You're really thankful for everything.
So how old is your daughter and your son?
She is 7 years old, and my son's 3 years old. I'm also in graduate school right now at Loyola.
Oh.
That I want to be a family nurse practitioner, and that's where I'm getting my degree in right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'll be graduating this May. Coming up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'll be graduating in May, and then hopefully, I plan to do a lot of things with that degree. I feel like there's a lot of things that I need to do, not only for my community, but for other people, to help them improve themselves. I think I want to see everyone have a better version of themselves. So I think healthcare will help me do that too.
Kids or
I think it's difficult. It's going to be difficult, and if it wasn't, everyone would be doing it, right? It's going to be hard. So just expect it to be hard. I mean, it's not an easy road. I mean, and I'm a strong person, but there's tears. There's nights that I don't sleep behind the door. I mean, there's nights that I'm studying all night and have the kids sick, and there's a lot of obstacles, but you need to overcome them.
What's something that kind of pushes you or gives you over that little hump?
My family.
Yeah.
I'm doing this for my family. So I guess when you realize that, and then having my daughter see me, and the fact that she's seeing me not only be a mother, a wife, a nurse, a student too, she sees you can do it. She thinks that she can do anything, and that's the way it's supposed to be.
We need more people like you in our community, more people just in general. I think that we make excuses I can't do it because I have kids now, or I can't do it because I have to do this, or I can't do it because of that. And it just gives me more more energy, like we were just talking about earlier. It's the positive energy, the hard work that you're putting. You could tell, and I want to portray that, and I want to bring that to light to people that are watching this and feel like they can do it themselves too.
I think the hardest step is just to take your first step, and if you take your first step, you're already halfway there.
Yeah.
I mean, just taking the initiative. I remember applying for graduate school, and I remember wanting to quit my first semester. And I said, every day, I want to quit. I can't do this. This is so hard. I can't do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this. And I finished that first semester with straight A's. And then I wanted to quit the second semester. Again, I can't do this. And then, I'm already, every 8 semesters later, I've done it all the way, and I've passed every single course. So I've been doing it. I did. And when you realize how powerful your mind is. Your body, physically, you think you're pushing it, but your mind, if your mind tells you to go, it's going to push your body 40% more, and you're going to do it.
And that's key right there. I think that's one of the things that...
Yeah, there's times I had no sleep. I worked 4 days in a row. I had clinical, I have to do this, and then I'm like, God, how am I going to get up and take care of my kids? And I do it. Somehow I do it. I get up and take care of my kids and take them to work. But, I think overall, if I can do anything, it's inspire other people to just, not only go for their goals and dreams and actions, but, a lot of it is to help your family out, and I think that's the most important thing, you know, and do something you love. If you could do something you love and at the same time be helping your family, then it's a win-win situation.
I completely agree. You've had?
The Alchemist.
It's my favorite book too.
No way.
Yeah, The Alchemist.
It's one of my favorite, and it's an easy read, so I read it to my daughter. The blue because it's the sky and the ocean, just pretty much everything around.
Do you have a favorite artist or musician or music that you like to listen to?
I listen to everything, not particular everything.
Do you have like one particular?
I like bachata. I like bachata overall. I love dancing that.
Okay.
That's like probably my favorite thing to dance.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Dreamed of building my house. Building a house.
Okay.
So I have actually, since I was little, I had diagrammed how many rooms and everything.
What?
Yeah. So I'm hoping that's going to be something I'll probably do in the next 10 years.
You want to do it here in Chicago?
Somewhere around here.
Somewhere around
I think so. I mean, you want warm weather. I don't know. It's kind of a fight. Like, you know, you have family here, then you want the warm weather. So I'm not sure. Something like that. But I mean, obviously, one of the other things that I do is I always put goals for myself and expect. Yeah. I have like goals for the next year, 5 years, and 10 years.
You have like, and then you like.
I kind of organize my whole schedule. Like I have to say, like, okay, I'm gonna wake up, you know, feed the kids, take them here, take them to a babysitter, go to clinicals. By the end of the day, I have to finish a lecture. I have to do a discussion board. I have to at least do laundry or something. Like, you know, I can't do it all, and I think that's one of the things that I learned. Like, you know, sometimes in life, you can have everything, but you can't have it all at once, and that's okay. And that's something I learned. So sometimes I realize, like, I used to book myself with, I have to do this, 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 and this, and I'm like, no, I can't do it all. But I think these little steps will lead me to where I want to be, or something like that. But I'll be like, okay, by this week, I want to finish this paper. Like, it has to be done this week, so I could revise it by this day. And I think one of the reasons I married my husband is because he's funny, and I think all my stressful life, I need humor in it.
Okay.
But just the fact that, I guess, believing in myself, having goals, like having a dream and being able to, you know, really know what they want. Like, I know that he's always wanted a business, and I know he's going to accomplish it, or he wants to move forward in his career, and I know, like, with my help, I could help him out too, when, you know, together we can do it. But I would say probably having confidence. I think you need to have confidence no matter what. Okay. Like having confidence and believing in yourself.
Whether it be physical or personality or mental, whatever.
I think I'm very motivational.
Okay.
I like motivating people.
Okay.
And I actually do a technique called motivational interviewing when I take care of my patients. So
do explain a little bit about that.
So motivational interviewing, I actually learned it in one of the school, and I've realized I've been doing it. So you know how a lot of times a doctor will tell you, like, lose weight, do this, do that. I mean, they could tell you a million times to do it, but if they cannot really go into your life and realize what you do every day and try to really, like, let's say you say, I wake up like at 3 o'clock in the morning and I do this. So I know you can't do everything I tell you, so I'm going to help you do a little bit to accomplish getting healthier. Like, let's say I'll wake up 5 minutes early, do jumping jacks. And little by little, I'm going to take a walk every Sunday with my family. Like, that's something that you could do. And you're going to say, can you do it? Yeah, I could do it. But so that's better than not doing anything at all and just keep on telling you, do this, do this, do this. So I personalize it to them.
So kind of like understand where they're at and kind of shape them more like,
yeah, and that
you're
kind
doing this, but like if you
with it.
Gotcha.
So I want to make sure they agree with it, because if they don't agree with it, then it's useless, right?
I like it.
So I do that with my patients. So I help, and that's a way that they can get better, or eating healthier. Can you eat this much instead of this? Or if I know they are always going to be right, like diabetics.
So it's always like them asking, like, can you?
Will you do it? Yeah, and then say, is something you can do? And if they say that's not, then we have to figure out something else that is manageable for them.
Appreciate it or you don't like?
Sometimes I'm too stubborn. I guess that's a good and a bad thing, but I guess I'll take it in the bad. Like, I'm very, like, when I say something, I have it in my head, and it's just like no one will take it out of my head, and I say, like, I have to do this. Maybe, I don't know. I would say probably for him, it would be just like, maybe not change, but realize that the hard work I'm doing. I think he knows what I'm doing, but he doesn't maybe take in consideration, like, it's it's hard.
Yeah, I agree. I think I could relate to that a little bit. My girlfriend, she's a nurse and she works 3 hour.
Yeah, those 12 hours.
12-hour 3 days. And like in the beginning, like
You're like, it's just 3 days.
just 3 days.
Yeah, no, it's
and
hard.
It's like 3 days on your feet for 12 hours, you know. And
Yeah.
it's like, and like you don't realize because I'm not. I mean, I'm not, obviously I'm not exposed to it.
Yeah.
Then you start like thinking about it, and she starts telling you like you don't get it. Like nobody gets me, or type of deal. You know?
No,
And
and
like,
it's really not true. Like, people don't get you, or
I know.
seeing people die, and then
Yeah.
the emotional, the mental. It's a lot of stress
It
nurses
is.
go through.
And I mean, and it's part of the education. Like I was never educated on that, you know, and it's part of them being like just listening and understanding. Because I feel like sometimes, as at least the way I grew up, my father was like the head figure. It's like whatever he says is, whatever my mom says, it's like, oh, okay, we'll take it into consideration. But if my dad says something else, like it's my dad, you know. So I feel like maybe it passed on a little bit on to me, where it's like, well, I mean, yeah, it's hard work, but it's not really hard work, you know. And it's like it's part of just listening, and I wasn't used to listening.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of another issue is like just really understanding as a man, like what women go through, you know.
Yeah, it's
And
difficult.
whether it's like physical, mental, and it's not. It could be physical, but also like emotional and mental. It's like it takes a toll on you, especially in that field. You know?
Yeah.
And understanding that is just like it's a little bit. It's hard in the beginning. I mean, I'm still learning. I'm not saying like, oh, I know my girlfriend or anything like that. I still don't know exactly what she goes through, but I feel like I'm open to a little bit more of
Like understanding her.
a little bit more, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's the hard part. What would that one thing be?
A jet.
A jet. Nice. I like it.
Yeah, so I could travel everywhere.
Travel everywhere.
Mhm.
I like it.
Mhm.
Um,
I wouldn't know how to drive it, but or fly it. But
you
I'll have someone else fly
somebody
it.
fly for you.
Yeah, I'll have someone else fly
Very
it.
nice. It's like the ultimate.
Well, there's a lot. I think obviously I want to be a nurse practitioner, but I definitely want to do something with policy changes because I feel in healthcare.
In healthcare.
Just the reason why I'm saying it's because I feel like no matter what, like the power is in the policy to change certain aspects for healthcare to change. So I feel like, you know, there's certain things that we can do, but like as doctors and nurses, we only have so much power, right? The power where it comes is from the higher of things. So like administration or policies, let's improve it in a way. And I think that's a way that we'll see it as an overall, you know, how it would affect more people. So somehow, I don't know exactly what, but it's definitely something in those lines.
I like it. Right now, what you know, what would you tell your 16-year-old self or your 17-year-old? Like, what would you tell yourself? Like,
Probably they're going to go through some hard time in the next couple of years trying to study and do everything, but you're going to get through it.
Okay.
Endless nights are going to go through.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
I guess most importantly is not to take anyone's judgment or not have anyone's judgment define who you are. Only you can define who you are. And to really, really just believe in yourself, because I think that's the first step. And anyone who wants to do anything, I guess. And then just to have ambition and heart and what you do. And I think anything is possible if you really, really want it. Like there's no limit. And everyone tells me like I live in this fairy tale world because I have all these goals and I want to live above and beyond what I can. But the ultimate truth is that I could accomplish that. And anyone else can too.